Hi everyone, it is Christmas Eve, the 24th of December, and I can't believe that we're at the end of our Pilates advent calendar already. It's completely flown by, and I've really enjoyed it, so I hope that you have done so as well. So we have our final word, and it is going to be classical. So today's exercises are really going to focus on all the classical Pilates exercises. It's going to be fairly demanding, but there's going to be quite a few adaptations that you can do to make it accessible to you, whatever your level of strength and experience. And I hope that you really enjoy it and have fun as well. So we are going to need to have our little cushion and a band as well, and they're just going to help you with one of the exercises, which is going to be a roll-up. So those of you who have done Pilates with me before know exactly what a roll-up is, and I'm going to demonstrate for the rest of you. It's going to be interesting to do it in my sequin jacket, so hopefully it's not going to hurt too much. Let's come down onto the floor and get ourselves ready for our first exercise, which is hundreds. So I'd like you to lengthen yourself down, support your head with a little cushion here, and bring your knees and your feet so that they are hip distance apart. So the weight is going down evenly through the back of your head, the back of your rib cage, and back of your pelvis. I can just do a few little tucks and arches here. So imprinting your spine and arching away, moving through flexion and extension until you come into a neutral position. So for our hundreds, we're going to do some beats from our arms. So we're going to do 5 beats for the in-breath and 5 beats for the out-breath. And we're going to start in our double knee fold. So one leg at a time, bring your legs into double knee fold, connect your heels and take your knees hip distance apart, extend your arms so that they're mid-thigh level. And we're going to do our curl up from here. So if you need to place your head down at any point in the hundreds, you can do so. So we're going to breathe out to come into a curl up, and we're going to start with the breath in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5. For an extra challenge, you can extend your legs like this. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Feel free to bring your legs back in at any time. 2, 3, 4, 5, and in. 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. 2, 3, 4, 5. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. 2, 3, 4, 5, and in. 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Our final 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Still your arms, place your head down and hug your knees in one at a time. We're going to go straight into our roll up now. So this is where you can use your band. I'd like you to get your band and hook it around both of your feet and lengthen your legs away. Now, some of you might not need the band, but this is a great tool to use if you've never done a roll up before. I'd like to be really careful of your spine and make sure you're using your core. Now you can use your little cushion and place it directly underneath the small of your back, and that's just going to give you a little bit of extra support. Or if you have somebody with you at home, they can stand behind you and just give you a little push if you need it. So we're going to lengthen ourselves down onto the floor, holding onto the bands, lengthening our legs away, and taking a nice deep breath into our rib cage. And as we breathe out, we're going to nod our chin, imprint our spine, and one bone at a time start to roll all the way up, using the band to help you. Sit nice and tall here, sitting in a really upright position so you're not slumping. You're sitting nice and tall, breathing in here. And as we breathe out, we're going to tuck our pelvis underneath us. And one bone at a time, roll all the way down once again, lengthening your spine down onto the floor. Now, I know for some of you, this might be a little bit too much. And in that case, you can just practice coming up a little way and coming down. So it's like you're doing a mini curl up. And you can just get stronger and stronger each time you practice. So sometimes you might only be able to come halfway up. And sometimes you might feel that you can lift all the way up. So keep your legs heavy, keep your feet down, lifting all the way up, coming through to your neutral position, and lengthening back down, tucking your tailbone underneath you, and one bone at a time, lengthen down onto the floor. Head coming down. We've got one last one like this. So rolling all the way up, imprinting your spine, and coming to sit into a neutral position, and then let go of the band, and we're going to come straight into a spine stretch forward. So we're going to sit with our legs directly out in front of us, toes up towards the ceiling, hip distance apart, and you might need a little bit of extra support, so you can pop your cushion underneath your sitting bones to give you that extra lift. We're going to lengthen our arms out, and just like we do in our roll down, I like to imagine you've got a massive big beach ball here in front of you. Your arms are right in front. We're going to breathe in. And as we breathe out, nodding our chin forward, softening our breastbone, and one bone at a time, rolling all the way forward, fingers traveling towards our toes, pausing here, exhaling, restacking from our tailbone upwards, shoulders melting down, and piece of thread coming through the crown of our head here. Let's go again. We're going to breathe in and breathe out to nod our chin and start to roll forward, one bone at a time, hands reaching forward, pausing here and restacking. Now, you might start feeling quite tight, but as you go on, you can get a little bit further as your hamstrings lengthen and you feel a bit more confident through your spine. So let's go 2 more times here, making sure your toes are still pointing up and thinking about your fingers traveling up and over your toes rather than down. So we feel about that lovely strength and support and length in our spine. Shoulders melting down your spine as you sit nice and tall. And our final one here, rolling down and restacking all the way up to the top. Bring your arms down. Well done. Okay, we're going to get a lovely rotation in now. So we're going to do something called a spine twist. I'm going to show you 2 options once again. So option 1, we sit with our legs slightly wider apart than mat distance, toes pointing up towards the ceiling, and you can place your hands across your shoulders so that your hands aren't going to get in the way, your arms aren't going to flay around everywhere. Think about that piece of thread pulling up through the crown of your head once again, and we're going to go into a lovely twist here. So we're going to breathe in, and as we breathe out, let's start turning our head, and one bone at a time, rotating around to the side, keeping your legs heavy, breathing in to come back through to the center. So we're getting rotation through our spine, just traveling around. So let's go the other way. You might be tighter in one direction than the other, and that's completely normal. So exhaling to twist around, keep your shoulders down. Inhaling to come back through to center. So this is option 1. Option 2, we're going to extend our arms out, palms facing forward, and do exactly the same with our arms extended and adding in a pulse. So we're breathing in. As we breathe out, we twist. Inhale to come back through to center. I really like my sequin jacket. Okay, coming around to center. So maybe twisting a little bit more this time. Use that pulse to get a little bit further. But remember that piece of thread pulling through the crown of your head, making sure that you're really nice and tall here through your spine. Good. Last one. Lovely side twist and bring your arms down. Bring your legs back together and place your feet on the floor. So going quite a fast pace today. So hopefully everything that we've done so far this month is really going to put you in a great position for this. So I'd like you to sit with your feet flat on the floor, hip distance apart, knees up to the ceiling. Nice and tall here, piece of thread pulling through the crown of your head and your shoulders melting down. We're going to go into a pelvic rock back. If you've not done this very many times before, having your hands behind your thighs is a great option. Otherwise, you can reach your arms out into the front. So we're going to breathe in. And as we breathe out, we're going to tuck our tailbone underneath us and flex through our spine before opening out the front of our hips. So you're rocking back, keeping your feet down as far as you can, pausing here. And as you inhale, you're going to close your hips and restack up to the top. Great, let's go again. We're going to roll our tailbone underneath us, tuck our tailbone here, and open out through the front of our hips, pausing, breastbone traveling forward to come up. So you can do exactly the same with your arms lengthened out, breathing in, breathing out, rolling back, pausing here, extending back forwards, and restacking your spine. Good, we're going to go one more time, tucking your tailbone underneath you, rolling back, pausing here, breastbone going forward. This next time we're going to add in a leg extension, so you can do the same with your hands behind your thighs once again. We're going to roll back, and as we inhale here, we're going to lengthen one leg away from us, pointing through your toe. Exhale, bring that leg down. Keep your spine completely still, working on the strength of our pelvis now. So you've got that flexed spine and really strong core as you come up through to a seated position. Good, let's go again. Breathing in and breathing out to roll down. Extend one leg. Try and keep your thighs level with each other. Extend the other leg. And come all the way back up. Good. We've got one last one like this. So rolling back, really feel nice and strong here. As you lengthen that leg, don't lose that flexion of your spine, lengthening all the way up. And sit nice and tall. And we're going to come down to lying into relaxation position once again. So you can either just lie down, or you can try and lower yourself down one bone at a time. So really challenging the strength of your core and come into your lying down position. So we're going to go into a lovely spine curl. So finding neutral spine and pelvis, we've done this lots before, so it should be really easy for you to find that position now. Take your arms up into the air, palms facing, breathing in. As you breathe out, roll back and lengthen up through your spine. Hips going nice and high, pausing at the top here before lengthening back down onto the floor, one bone at a time. And we're going to go last time here, rolling back, imprinting your spine and lifting all the way up here, using your glutes and lengthening back down onto the mat. Take your arms down by your sides, take them slightly wider than the mat, glue your knees and feet together. Just going to finish with a few hip rolls. So take your legs over to the side, keep your shoulders heavy, your gaze going up towards the ceiling. Feel that lovely rotation through your spine, and then use your core to bring your legs back through to center. Going to go over to the other side, so rotating over to the other side now, twisting through your spine, come back to center. Good. Exhaling, going over, inhaling back, and our final one here, exhaling and coming back. And then stretch your legs away, stretch your arms away, and either roll onto your sides to sit up, or we can try and go into that roll up. So a nice classical Pilates exercise, and then sit nice and tall and bring yourself to a seated position for our final couple of breaths. So arms out to the sides, breathing in. As you breathe out, floating your arms all the way up, reaching through your fingers and press the air away. And we have one more like this, reaching out, reaching through your fingers, gorgeous stretch here, press the air away and give yourself a nice clap. Well done. Thank you so much for joining me through December for our Pilates Advent Calendar. I really, really enjoyed it, and I hope you have too. Thank you for all the lovely comments and the feedback that you've let me have as well. It really means everything to me to know that you're getting something out of it at home as well. I'd like to wish you all a really good Christmas, whatever you're doing. I know it's going to be completely different this year. So sending you all lots of love. Thanks for joining me once again, and see you in January. Take care. Bye-bye.